Okay.
All right. Sithanda ukubingelela abantu bonke abalaleli nababukeli be Multiple Broadcasting Corporation. Igama nguThulani Konkala. Namhlanje nginezinsizwa ezimbili. Nginobaba uVodloza omele inhlangano yenhlokomo yesizwe sikaMthwakazi. Ngibe nobaba uMaplanka siyalamukela.
Siyathaba nathi ukuthi namhla sibe khona lapha emsakazweni weMPC.
Siyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu babusitsha. Sibingelela bonke abalaleli sibonga kakhulu namhlanje ngokuthi sibe kanye ku MPCA. Siyabonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga baba. Angiqale ngobaba uMaplanka. Baba Maplanka, lana sesizwe ngezindaba sifunda na kuma social media. Sithola ukuthi kunensizwa le engumculi ebizwa kuthiwa nguTawanda Mumanyi, kodwa kunegama lakhe lokucula obizwa kuthiwa nguSeh Calaz. Uthe yena abaculi noma ngithi ama-artisti abangenzi njengenkosi uLobhengula. Lokho kuchaza ukuthi ama-artisti esikhathini esiningi uma besayina ama-contracts abo, they give away all their rights. So uchaza ukuthi ngezinye indlela inkosi uLobhengula yathengisa ilizwe. Okuyi-perception esiyaziyo ukuthi vele ikhona ezweni. Baba Maplanka ngingazi ukuthi wona umbono wakho uthini ngalokho.
Now sorry ngizakhuluma nhlanganisa isilungu.
Yeah, kulungile baba. Kulungile.
Yabona ukuthi iproblem le iphezulu kwakhe luSeh Calaz yena nje umntwana anyway umfana lo, but umkhuhlane ogulayo ngumkhuhlane ogulwa ngabantu abaningi kakhulu eZimbabwe. Umkhuhlane lo, how can I put it this way? Kule sociologist okwakuthiwa ngoGoffman. UGoffman ama-studies kaGoffman wayenza ngama-1960s le. UGoffman was studying sociology along the lines of oppressors and people who are oppressed. So part of Goffman's studies was to analyze khanye ukuthi abantu ayibo abancindezelayo babehavior njani. Njalo labantu abancindezeliweyo baresponda njani kulokho. Now ungabona ukuthi eZimbabwe asomfihlo vele ukuthi abantu beMthwakazi bancindezela. Ukuncindezela nxa uGoffman wayete ukutaticha, one of the biggest tools that they had was to create a stigma about the oppressed. Now, the ways of creating a stigma included sometimes introducing something humorous about umuntu lwana into enhlezi. Now, that method was also inflicted on abantu beMthwakazi. They had to create stories where we look like we are useless. We don't understand, our intelligence is low, the IQ to vela indawo, itasathengisa ilizwe, all sorts of these stupid stories. And if you look at, for example, an example I'm going to give you is abantu beSikhalangeni. Now, before the arrival of, or before the era of the Mthwakazi nation, what actually happened is abantu beSikhalangeni were more or less the main rivals. Zabantu beNtshonalanga. So what used to happen is the hatred for Makalanga is nothing new. They hated the Makalanga from back then, and that's and when they had the opportunity, they started to create these stigmas about Makalanga. They started to create stigmas about Ndebeles. Mugabe came into power and used state media to perpetuate those stigmas, unashamedly so. So these youngsters, sometimes they regurgitate information that has been spread by state media and all these other mediums that they use to try and perpetuate less of stigma. Ukuthi thina sizinhlekisa. Abantu besikhalangeni ngompondo kayitshintshwa. All these kind of stupid things.
Yeah.
You would think ukuthi we now live in an era where everyone has got access to information. You switch on your phone, the amount of literature you can expose yourself to it's amazing.
Yeah.
Then ask yourself this question, Nunza. Why do people still choose to believe falsehoods, to believe these fake stigma-creating narratives rather than just follow the truth? It's because they enjoy it. They enjoy for them in their minds to feel like Amandebele, they're inferior. Because when Amandebele are inferior, it makes them superior. So they are willing to perpetuate that narrative. But come on, guys, we're living in this century. So see, we all know the truth. Some of the biggest and brightest minds in the world are from Mtwangans. These narratives that you're spreading are nothing but lies. We are a proud people. We are a loving people. We are a tolerant people. We are a warrior nation that doesn't shy away from its duties. And for you to create any other impression about the Ndebele tribes is very malicious, stupid, and childish, to say the least.
Yeah, ngiyakuzwa kakhulu Mama Planka. Kodwa ke siyazi ukuthi that impression or perception or misperception about abantu besindebele is deeply ingrained ku society eZimbabwe. Masibheka kakhulu ngokuthi kuthiwa inkosi yathengisa ilizwe. So when that perception yokuthi inkosi yathengisa ilizwe, what do you say about
it? What actually happened is it's an absolute falsehood that has been proven by historians. And in fact, it shouldn't be even a point that we're discussing, to be quite honest with you. Because for you to say a person who can lead an entire state, a person who has got councillors around him, a person who has got all the organization skills you need to run a government, for you to come and insult that person would give away that kingdom for next to nothing. Like I said, this story was started to create a stigma. And even the people that say it, I'm sure they feel stupid when they do, but they're saying it for a reason. Now, ungakhangela baba Nkala ukuthi i-situation eseZimbabwe ihawulisa ngokuthi ungathatha ulinganise lokuthi okay nxa sesikhangela ama-situation okuncindezela akula abantu abancindezelwa njengabantu abamnyama emhlabeni bencindezelwa ngabelungu. We can compare ukuncindezelwa kwabantu abamnyama ngamakhiwa lokuncindezelwa kwamaNdebele ngamashona. Lokhu is directly comparable. Ungakhangela ukuthi emhlabeni amakhiwa base be-create narrative ukuthi abantu abamnyama badala, abantu abamnyama kabakaze be-invente lutho, abantu abamnyama they are poor, abantu abamnyama ngamasela, abantu abamnyama can never achieve anything, abantu abamnyama zindwangu. Stigma. You compare that, that's a macro picture. If you look at the micro picture in Zimbabwe, they're trying to create that narrative with Amandebele badala. Amandebele can never achieve anything. Amandebele can't start businesses. Amandebele bathengisa isilizwe. So you see how this thing comes about. I-method abayisebenzisayo is not something that they just thought of themselves. They are using tried and tested methods. Now, of course, sikhona abanye abantu that can look at it from a sociological point of view and analyze izinto lezi. But ungananzelela ukuthi islavery ngokwayo ukuthi ziphele bona i-majority yamakhiwa baba lelihloni ukuthi into esiyenzayo le isiyangisa. That's how they came about. Even civil rights movements, where people don't know that a lot of people in the civil rights movement don't know about it. So a situation is in Zimbabwe until and unless amashona bezwe benhloni, until and unless amashona bezwe bebe yibo abasukumayo bethi hayi madoda how uncindezelo into embi. Then we can start to make progress in the marginalization in Zimbabwe. And guess who will benefit from a harmonious society? Everybody will benefit. Inkinga ebakhona yikuthi ngicela undlalelisise babankala kulento engikhulumayo. To the oppressor, equality feels like oppression. So umuntu onguyoncindezelayo nxa susithi asilinganele hayi kubuhlungu kakhulu ungani wena usumthathela into engeyakhe.
Yeah.
So that is the biggest problem. Our society, unfortunately, zalandela futhi what we thought was a revolutionary war, but in fact was never a revolutionary war. ZANU PF were warlords. Ababengalweli ukuthi bekhulula abantu, babelwela ukuthi belithathe izwe libe ngilabo. So Zimbabwe has never been free. Zimbabwe is now went from the oppression of colonialism to the oppression of warlords. So even ZANU PF itself is not a revolutionary party. That is just a warlord organization that is ruling people using oppression, violence, and every other bad tool you can think of. And unfortunately, they have created a situation in which Amashona now start to feel like Ndebeles are rivals. We're not rivals. If you take it DNA, let DNA you can't tell them apart. So we are the problem in our country in the sense of which unless we learn to love each other and realize that as Black people we are one, we need to remove these divisions, these superficial divisions among ourselves. We need to remove these stigmas that we've created about each other. Because if you think your brother's stupid, what you're really telling other people is that we're not saying if you're stupid. Because you are similar in DNA, now we are do you understand? So that has to stop. We must respect each other, love each other as Africans, do away with all these apparatus that were introduced during colonialism and slavery. Things like tribe is now being used as a way to degrade each other. We should be celebrating tribe. You know, I should be proud when my Shona brothers are having a celebration that is originates from their culture. We should celebrate with them. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Until we reach that place where we all love, respect, and know each other, then do you know what Abelungu tribes are?
Yeah.
But can you tell them apart?
No.
If you look at their public holidays where they celebrate St. Patrick's Day, this, that, and the other, they celebrate it together.
Yeah.
Tina manje onjwat.
All right, Baba. I will come back to you. Baba fan.
Yeah, Baba Sita.
Yeah, Lina njengenhlokomo yesizwe sikamthwakazi. Limzwile lo jaha lo uTawanda Mumanyi abambiza bethi nguSeh Calaz. Thuka inkosi. Lithini ngalokho lina njengenhlanganiso?
Ngiyabonga babusitsha thina njenge inhlokomo yesizwe usiphethe kabi kakhulu lokhu ujaha lo akukhulumayo. Kodwa siyakunanzelela futhi ukuthi ujaha lo lokhu akukhulumayo yilokhu akhule ekufundiswa. Njengenhlokomo yesizwe sisola laba abamfundisayo ngoba umntwana ngithi maqala ukukhuluma ukhula enabazali ngaphansi kwakhe bemfundisa indlela yokukhuluma izinto ezifaneleyo lezinto ezingafanelanga. Uma sekhuluma ongafanelanga abazali yibo mfana ukuthi bamkhuze ukuze kusasa lo mntwana akhule engumntwana olenhlonipho. Kodwa ngebhadi imfundiso lo mfana wayitholayo watholiswa ngabazali abangahloniphiyo. Le indaba ikhuluma yena ukuthi inkosi uLobhengula yathengisa ilizwe. Kungamanga aluhlaza tshoko esiwaziyo thina vele ukuthi laba bantu baphila ngamanga, abazange baba leqiniso vele from ekuqaleni. Ngoba ngokwazi kwami mina inkosi uLobhengula wasayina i-right concession. I-right concession uma siyifunda kahle ngendlela eqondileyo, hayi ngehistory ekaChigwedere le efundiswa abantwana bethu esikolweni.
Ithini ba?
I-history ekaChigwedere yiyo namhlanje ekhuluma ukuthi uLobhengula wathengisa ilizwe. Kodwa kungamanga konke lokhu. Inkosi uLobhengula wasayina i-right concession ngesivumelano esasikhona ukuthi laba bantu baze ukuzomayina hayi ukuzothatha ilizwe.
So bekuyi-business deal, hayi ukuthi bekuthiwa bezothatha ilizwe.
Yebo, kwakuyi-business deal ngoba inkosi uLobhengula nguye owayephethe isizwe ngaleso sikhathi. Wakwenza okwakufanele ngokuthembeka. Kanti laba ababeze kuye babengazanga ngokuthembeka. Babele basebenzisa i-right concession inaliyana befuna ukumtwista ukuthi bangene ngale i-right concession. Kodwa bese bethola ukuthi uma sebengenile sebethole ukuthi ba-achieve igoal yabo leyi ababevele beze ngayo. Ngoba uma sikhumbula kahle ukuthi ekusayineni kwe-right concession liyana waqhubeka inkosi uLobhengula wasethumela futhi izinduna ukuthi ziye lapha ziyekhuluma zikhulumisana nawo ama-British ngoba wayesenanzelele ukuthi laba bantu i-agenda yabo ayisiyo leyi abaze ngayo. Kodwa bakhetha bona ukuthi bona besayide noSisi John Ross bengasezwa lokhu inkosi uLobhengula ayikukhuluma. Kodwa nje noma kunjalo sitsha usizwisa ubuhlungu kakhulu ukuthi laba bantu uma besithi inkosi uLobhengula wathengisa ilizwe, uyazi kuyibuwula nobuchapha lokungahleleki kwengqondo zabantu. Ngoba uma sikhumbula ukuthi abelungu uma befika kuleyana indawo lapho bafikela khona kuqala bafaka i-flag yabo bayifaka eMashonaland. Abantu baseMashoneni abazange even balwa balwisa abelungu, kodwa babayamukela ngezandla ezimhlophe. Uma beqeda ukubayamukela yibo futhi abasiza abelungu ukuthi bezothumba isizwe senkosi ngo-1893 4 November eGadade.
So inkosi yona ngoNovember leyo okhuluma ngayo 1893 ayizange iyamukele abelungu ngezandla ezimhlophe njengalaba abakwenzayo nangu 1890.
Inkosi ayizange vele yadla nesitha, yikho kwachitheka igazi eGadade emagcekeni aseGadade kuvinjwa ukuthi ilizwe lingathathwa. Phakathi kwabelungu laba kwatholakala kulamadoda ayebuya from eMashonaland besiza bencedisa abelungu ukuthi bazothumba umhlaba wakithi plus and minus 500 to 600 amashona basemen ayekhona esiza abelungu ukuthi kudilizwe umbuso wenkosi uLobhengula, yena lo abathi wathengisa ilizwe.
I-right concession ngiyakhumbula ukuthi inkosi iyayireplicate. Is it something engabi khombisa something khona lapho noma cha?
Qinisile sibili inkosi disavowed that contract because it was made under false pretenses. The terms of that agreement, what was spoken to the king and what was written on paper were two different things. So the king was quite right to say, look, what you have written, So the problem is not ukuthi inkosi yasayina i-agreement ithengisa ilizwe. Hayi. The problem is ukuthi when there was misrepresentation, inkosi isebeyitshela ukuthi kuthiwa wena wasayina into wathi akunanto enjalo engisayileyo. In a normal society, what would happen is you would find adjudication either in a court of law or in a power that you both respect, which is why eventually inkosi yazathuma labantu bazabafika sibili khona seeking that higher power than laba bantu. Ukuthi no abantu laba they are trying to enforce the contract in court. That doesn't exist. You understand what I mean? So what happened is the king was not foolish or stupid, but the people who came to steal had military might that we didn't have at that time. And that's what they used. So forget about the contract. There was no contract. That contract was never to be honored. The only thing that they used was somebody this palm. And usuthola umuntu omnyama esehleka khona ukuthi sathathelwa umhlaba ngelokhuza ngempi la ngezibhamu umuntu amnyama ahleke futhi khonokho yikho mina ngisithi hayi asikuthi kabakwazi benza kabomu sibili khonokho
so baya kutwista ngoba ungabheka nasezikoleni kuyafundiswa lokho ukuthi uLobhengula nge-right concession wathengisa and the vele i-popular belief yokuthi wathengisa nje ngesaka loshukela
nje Sitsha
baba
uyabona indaba oyithintayo yiyo phela le esikhuluma ngayo ukuthi imfundiso le ekhona namhlanje angithi esema etafuleni efundiswa abantwana imfundiso history ezanu hayi indlela history engakhona izanu inebantu bayo ebaqhatshayo ibaqhatshela ukukhuluma amanga ngizabuyela emuva nje kuphela ngikubonise ezinye izinto ukuthi ujaha lo akube ukhuluma ngezinto azaziyo azibonayo ngizaqalela khona lapho masikhuluma ngokuthi inkosi kuthiwa yathengisa ilizwe kodwa unkosi uLobhengula uma sibheka umvukela wamaNdebele kunamabheklizi aluwayo eliwa inkosi uLobhengula umzilikazi uqala lenkosi uLobhengula bedefenda iterritory kodwa angizange ngabona kule ibhekli ekhona from Mashonaland emabantu bamashoneni bathengisa kudala lamanje futhi basaqhubeka bethengisa futhi njalo bangabantu abanomhawu okwenza benze kanje ukuthi banomhawu bazama ukucicha ubuhle lobu unkosi umzilikazi uLobhengula akwenzayo lendlela ayihlakaniphe ngayo ukuthi ayakhe isizwe. I still remember ukuthi even wona ama-British were so very envy behawukela ukuhleleka kombutho lobukhosi bamaNdebele ngoba bengacabangeli ukuthi bakhona abantu abahleleke njengale indlela. So laba bona into abayenzayo basebenza under influence of the British bayizisebenzi zabo vele from kudala kuze kufike namhlanje. Siyananzelela ukuthi konke lokhu even during the liberation struggle izipra forces nezandla kuyasibonisa kakhulu ukuthi ama-British bakhetha ukusebenza nomgabe.
Sorry ngubambe vodloza ongela akuzange kube le liberation struggles
kwaba nani
akuzange kube le liberation struggle eZimbabwe
kwaba nani baba ngaplan
kanti sasebe siziliberator njani from obani
hayi akuyichaze
Maplanga ungayichaza khona lapha
ngoba ngabuzwa ukuthi ngeke ngayithinta kancane ngathi laphana kwakungama-warlord ayezanu ayidinga ukuzithathela umhlaba ayisikuthi ngabantu ababe umuntu wayelwela impi wayesilwa impi yokukhulula ilizwe kwanguJoshua Nkomo. laba abanye kwakungaso bantu beZimbabwe babengave akula liberation ababeyilwela laba bantu babefuna ukuthatha umhlaba into enza why ngisho njalo ungakhangela abantu ababesilwa labo kwakungena babebalutshwana kakhulu amakhiwa lana esilwa laba iningi yamabutho ye-army yamakhiwa kwakungamashona yeah hayi ngathi abantu abamnyama khuluma iqiniso kwakungamashona even ngaze ubuye to impi yena le yabo Smith I can send you i-footage yangikhona direct empi iliwa you find imajority army kaSmith kwakungamashona futhi and I think it was something like 60% of i-army kaSmith kwakungamashona kwasokwenzakale njalo kuthe kuphela khonapho kutshengisela ukuthi sasingakakhululeki yabuya iZANU PF yabulala abantu ngeground abanengi ukudlula abantu abafa empini yona lesikhuluma ngayo yabo Smith sembala amasotsha kaSmith both makhiwa lamashona sembala ama-civilians sembala lezibra ungahlanganisa ama-casualties wonke ayempi yona leyana balutshwana kulawo eground
baba Maplanka
yebo
ngicela ukukubamba kancane
yebo
ngivumelana nawe indlela oyibeka ngakhona uma usho njalo ukuthi labana babengazelanga kuzokhulula ilizwe bona babe le agenda yabo yena leyana eyovele yoncindezelo besebenzela inkosi zabo ama British kodwa bengabantu abamnyama kodwa besebenzela isitha lokhu ngiyakuvuma Maplanka engifuna ukuthi ngiqhubeke ngakho lapha ukuthi sibonise lokhu lo ujaha uTawanda akukhulumayo ukuthi kufanele ukuthi ayenza i-research right eneqiniso ngaphakathi ngoba uma ngikhumbula kahle mina amanga lawa bawaqala from kudala yikho ubona namhlanje even ku ZBC bedlala ingoma ezeneziyana ezabo kuphela ezokuthi umbuyananda wathathi anti wahamba walwela abantu kanti walwela abantu kuphi uneanda ngoba wayevele medium spirit abantu laba vele babesebenze ukuba izangoma abazange balwela lona ilizwe behluleka ukuthi one day bake beveze umlando oqotho ukuthi ilizwe leli ukuze namhlanje elikhona lavele lalwela from ngamakhosi adlulayo bakwesaba lokho sebefuna ukuthi kuthiwe ombuyanehanda labo kusekulu kagubi bangamaqhawe kanjani ngoba balengiswa ngobuthutha babo la ngendlela ababevele bengalambuso egazini namhlanje amakhanda abo balengisa asemuseum okutsho khona ukuthi ubuqhawe abukho egazini nawo abanakho bona ikwakhela izinto phezulu kwefoundation engamanga yikho ubona namanje uJoyce
baba Vodloza ngingene emadevini baba bengathi nawe uqhamuka ngepropaganda njengaye lo lokhuzeni lo Seh Calaz wakhona uzothini kulo
hayi angilandaba ukuthi bazakhuluma ngepropaganda baba usitsha ngoba lokho engikukhulumayo namhlanje uma ngingabuza ukuthi ibheki yalwa ngunehanda lo sekulu kagubi yiphi kodwa ngakhuluma ngomvukelo wamaNdebele ngazivala mina izimpi ezaliwayo ephuphu angiyazi ibheki mina eyaliwa in Mashonaland mhlawumbe lo ongeza yimi efuna ukuthi ephikisane nami lalokhu ulwazi lami enginalo singaqalela from khonapho ukuthi atsho amabheklizi akhona aliwa ngumbuyanehanda lo sekulu kagubi before bekhuluma ngokuthi umzilikazi wathengisa
yayi umbono wakho Vodloza umbono wakho sibi uliqiniso njalo angeke bethi propaganda because first and foremostly ama-Shona tribes babengela army vele bona mphuma so amanga abaqambayo okuqala ukuthi bathi khona amaNdebele athi efika bafika kwalibi babulala amashona amaningi kakhulu ngamanga nawo ngoba kathi abantu bakhona sasibabulala size siwaqhoba amathambo abo yini angapha amathambo abo nxa ukuthi sigebhe amathambo eground akhona ama-dinosaur akhona awabangaphi lawo mathambo esasibabulala in their millions. It's a lie. Vele kwakusithi bebona i-army thusa so bahle basivumela vele bona babeza kuthini nje i-army babengalayo njalo inkosi ayizange ibuye ukuzwe engasosithutha he was not a rampaging lunatic. He was a nation builder. He was a nation builder. Inkosi yathi fika realized no abantu laba bona the way abaz organizer ngayo was organizer using their mythical leaders. You understand? And the king accepted their mythologies and said, okay, continually religions and the you are going to be I'm going to be the military ruler. It was a peaceful transition. So that was the first lie. So this that and the other. Fast forward. Bantu kona ama-religious leaders phela kakhulu
yeah
singathi kwakuzinyanga zabo babe ngeke vele belwimpi ngoba i-army babengalali. You understand?
Yeah.
You never ebo
ngiyakuzwa ngicela mhlawumbe ngiphefumule kancane.
Yeah.
Ngiyabonga uza nayo kahle maplanka. Vele abantu labana babevele bezinyanga babengela mbutho yilo iqiniso leli vele ukuthi umbutho babengenawo kuze kufike isikhathini esokuthi bacela ukukhuselwa ukuvikelwa ngama-British okutsho khona ukuthi babevele benganakho bona ukuthi bazilwele vele abanakho khona egazini lakho lokho labo ukuthi bona babekwazi ukuzimela. Then enye into engizama ukuthi ngiyichaze mina ukuthi if I'm comparing unkosi uLobhengula ngokumazi kwami yayindoda ehlakaniphileyo wayelama advisors afunde kakhulu abantu abafana noLotshe nabo ongubo yenja babeyile esikolweni yikho unkosi uLobhengula bambiza ngongwalongwalo okaMachobana basho ngoba wayethanda ingwalo wayevele efundile. Lokho ngifuna ukuthi ngikukhansele ngikukhuphe ukuthi uma bethi inkosi yaqilwa kungamanga abo abafuna ukuthi becapitalize ngawo ngoba inkosi uLobhengula waye evele efundile futhi ehlelekile. Ngibe sengisiba nombuzo ukuthi ngo-2007 indoda eyifunde kakhulu indoda kuqina indoda yomforo uMgabe wakhohliswa nguRotina Mavungo ebatshela ukuthi bona kunedwala bengachaya idwala kuzophuma idizili ngo-2007 lapha i-economy eyisisinka khona elizweni.
Okay, ngicela ukulibamba kancane.
Imagine indoda efunde kangaka izokhohliswa ngaleso sikhathi somnyaka asakhulumi ngoLobhengula sesikhuluma ngendoda eyakhohliswa ngaleso sikhathi inama degrees angu-7 inama-advisors afundileyo anjengabona laba abathi bafundile but bazokhohlisa ukuthi ungachaya idwala kuyaphuma i-oil. Kambe inkosi uLobhengula singamfanisa lale emdodovo yamakhehla.
Alright, asibambeni kanje. Ngicabanga ukuthi sesizwile izinto kakhulu abazishoyo okubukeka ngendlela elikubeka ngakhona lobabili ukuthi akulona iqiniso izinto abazikhulumayo kakhulu ngesizwe samaNdebele ngenkosi zamaNdebele noma ngamaNdebele jikelele akulona iqiniso izinto eziningi abazikhulumayo. Umbuzo wami emfuna ukuthi siubhekisise kancane manje yilona ukuthi kungani benza lokho, why besinikeza these negative stereotypes, bafuna ukufezana ngakho. What do they want to achieve ngalo? Ngiqale ngize kuwe baba Sibanda.
Sitsha engakutsho mina yikuthi unfortunately abantu laba bazama ukubuilda ubuzwe babo ngenhliziyo ebuhlungu abafuni ukwamukela. So into engabenza bebonakala ukuthi bacikele phansi laba abayenza imisebenzi eqotho. So amandla abo abavumi ukuthi isikhathi sawo sesedlulile wakusebenza ngaleso sikhathi, kodwa namhlanje akusasebenzi ngoba sokuvelile kuyabonakala nje umhlaba wonke jikelele ukuthi laba abantu abanalo iqiniso futhi njalo abethembekanga baqhubeka belokhu besetshenziswa isitha. Bona umsebenzi wabo yikucikela phansi isizwe samaNdebele, yikho ubona baze bathumela umbhuqazwe. Mina ngithanda ukusebenzisa ukuthi ngithi igugurawondi ngoba angikwazi ukuthi ukuthini, kodwa ngithanda ukusebenzisa umbhuqazwe.
Alright baba Sibanda, ithi ngubambe khona lapho
ozakhulumela isizwe.
Ithi ngumngene emadevini baba Sibanda. Baba Maplanka, same question to you ba. Bazama uku-achievani laba bantu?
You see, the question lays is a complex one because Amashona, they are a victim of their own propaganda. Ungavuyela ilizwe kuthiwa lapho abathi lakhululeka khona ilizwe ukuthi lalinjani, lilethara, lilamasurage asebenzayo, izitolo lilokudla, abantu besebenza behole bethenga izindlu, nxa usebenza emayadini sibili awukwanisa ukuyisukumisa indlu yakho iphele. Abantu kulamabhasi, kulama-public transport, ama-services efunctiona kulezibhedlela, kulabo-dairy board, kulabo-lobels, kulabo-downings. Ilizwe likhanya ukuthi hayi amakhiwo abafike bathatha inotho yelizwe yiyo kade beyikholisa phela balungisa. Bona onkunzi babuya ngobuwolodo babo bathayela ezinyeni yonke into yelizwe. Banjalo bethayela ezinyeni bayenza umbhuqazwe ukuthi becreate i-situation ukuthi rather than ukuthi ilizwe liconcentrate ekuthini hayi kathi lapho ilizwe liyafa phela la, bona sebebhizi bakhangela amaNdebele. Uyabona, babhizi bafakana ezikhundleni, babhizi bancindezela amaNdebele. Wena ufika ungene ofisini sokukhulunywa eyabo ilanguage, wena yakho ilanguage isilihlazo. Kuphronyothwa ngokuthi umwana waningi. Abantu bakhona, they actually eroded their entire moral structures of an entire tribe, is a matter. Which is a shame really, because they are suffering because of it. Bangananzeleli ukuthi ilizwe nxa lisifa nxa uqalishwa ukuthi kasibulale khona eMthwakazi. Actually the way that Osmith had built that country logistically, ungakhangela indlela, ukhangele le railways, manufacturing was located around Mthwakazi for logistical reasons, for export and import. Wona bafika baqhubula bakhiphi headquarters bathina sesithwala imtshina lesesiyala yara thunderhead kodwa babulala ilizwe selifile. Sebesehluleka khona ukuthi beye-toilet abantu bakhona sekumele beqale be-import i-toilet tissue e-South Africa. Amasurage ablokile ilizwe liyanuka, wezwa kuyadilika kuyo yonke into. But abantu bakhona lokho bebhizi bekhuluma ngokuthi umzilikazi uLobhengula wenzani. How stupid are they? Badala kakhulu laba bantu. ZANU PF yathaba phela nxa bona belokho bekhuluma ngento ezingekho amatopa ababa-creatayo ukuthi to keep them preoccupied. Uyabona? While they are busy doing that, I would have respect for these guys if they stood up and said, no. Ilizwe lethu lidilikile engathi lidliwe ngabantu beZANU. Ilizwe lethu lidilikile engathi thina Mashona siyafevana, sifakane ezikhundleni singekho qualified for lezo zikhundla. Ilizwe lifile because we are not allowing ukuthi lanxa sesikhuluma la nge-land redistribution si-share ilizwe kuhle. Ilizwe liyadilika because abantu bewange, for example, don't benefit from the local minerals. Imali yonke ekholi ihambe edliwa la. So those kind of stupid things are the things they should be concentrated on. But babhizi bakhuluma amaNdebele. Nxa sebefika bengena voting lokuzeni. Bakhangela so. abasadingi ukuthi mbano okwanisa ubusilisa.
Yeah.
Sabadinga ukuthi mbano lishona mbano lindebele. Into yabona yamangalisa kakhulu.
Yeah. Hayi kakhulu. All right. Mbona ngani sokumele nje sizama ukuthi silugoqe manje ushare. Baba Span, do you have anything to say ukhona lokho?
Babusita engathanda ukuthi ngifuna ukuhambisa umlayezo Tawanda ukuthi angalubhathi kwamthwakazi azoyenza imicimbi yakhe laphana ngoba uzosithola simlindile ngoba inhlamba yakhe leyi ayikhulumileyo angiboni mina kufanele ukuthi azoyenza imicimbi endaweni yakithi kwamthwakazi as from today kumele abekwazi ukuthi yena imicimbi yakhe uzoyenzela nje yibo khona ngale ngoba ngapha uthethise isizwe sonke jikelele so engakutsho mina ukuthi njenge inhlokomo yesizwe sizimisele ukuthi ujaha lowo angalicobi uma efikile esithi uzoyenza lo mcimbi is either uyabe sexolisile kuqala officially njengalokho akwenzileyo ukuthi athumela abephendula news ukuthi bemfakele lokho akufakile thina sizimisele futhi ukuthi sivikele umthwakazi wonke jikelele abantu bakithi baqhubeke beziqhenya bezigqaja futhi ngobuzwe babo ngaphandle kokwethiselwa mhlawumbe langalokho okukhulunywayo ukuthi umuntu uma efuna ukukuthathela i-identity yakho uqala ngokuhlokoloza la ngokuyisa abazali bakho kuqala before esiza kuwe.
Hayi kwezwakala kakhulu Bhodlozi. Baba Maplanka ulokuzeni kunalensizwa lotwa nguHopewell Chinono ijournalist eyazakalayo kakhulu ke ngantwana iyahluphana negovernment nayo ingathi yavumelana naye lensizwa le eyako Mumanyi.
No, Hopewell is a complete disgrace. Is a charlatan, because what you have to realize, you find example but uzothola ukuthi bona abelungu la nxa kungaze kungena abantu abamnyama ngesikhathi njalo sizigcile kule slavery bona ngokwabo phakathi still kuzikhona izinto abezibanga futhi bona phakathi selulu. So singathathi ukulwa kukaHopewell lamanye amashona sikubona ngathi uHopewell ngabe liqhawe lethu hayi awuyani ukhona kwakiba bakubanga but yena kalweli thina yaseyisa. If you read ama poster akhe lezinto zakazi azikhulumayo, he is a byproduct of ZANU and Shona propaganda, and he fully believes into azikhulumayo. Akutshele wambona ngaphi umuntu wena othi nxa engakhuluma ngecorruption eZimbabwe ayeke yonke corruption esiyenzwa ngabantu bonke laba abelishoneni avayekhethi ipicture kaObed Mpofu as an example ukuthi khona bonke abantu ba corrupt anyway mandebele bashona siyafanana Hopewell Chinono akasifanani imali sanje amashona yobulala ilizwe leZimbabwe akakuyicompare imali lo ngamasenti lokho so nxa kuyikuthi vele wena umdala uObed khona ukuthathayo vele ngeke sekubale vele don't even disregard that. We don't even regard that. I mean to say okusalayo ukuthi uzama ukusilinganisa ebuseleni babo asilingani ebuseleni. That is the point. So uyawazi futhi yena he sells himself as this educated bastion of morality and ethics, but is none of the above. He's just a shameless tribalist who we should pay no attention to going forward.
Okay. Siyabonga kakhulu. Maybe masingayiqoqa ngalendlela ngithi baba Bhodlozi nikeza amazwi okuvalelisa baba.
Ngiyabonga baba usitsha nababukeli ngizafuna ukuthi ngikhulume nje kancane kwemzuzunyana emncane ngokunye ebengithi ngizathi ngikukhulume edabeni lwami ngizagoqa babusitsha ngokuthi mina ngibuhlungu kakhulu ngelizwe leliyana ukuthi lokho liqhubeka kusenziwa amanga kuqhutsheka ngamanga manje sekuyisikhathi sokuthi abantu bakithi abameThebeland neMidlands isilo sikaMthwakazi sibambaneni silwisane lalabo abantu abaphila ngamanga ngoba bona bazitshela ukuthi amanga ikuhlakanipha ngoba uma kuyikuhlakanipha njengoba ngikhulumile emuva laphana ukuthi kambe umuntu oyifunde ngomgabe abuye asebenze no Ken Flower after independence kulokuhlakanipha yini khonapha kumbe kulokuthengisa lokhu ngizawuchiyela kubalaleli ukuthi kube yibo ababonayo ukuthi laba sebesithi bafundile abafundanga ngalutho isizwe sikaMthwakazi silamakhono okudingekayo ukuthi thina sibuthane siqhubeke sithembekile one day siyofika isikhathi sokuthi isizwe sethu sivuke amaqiniso aphume njengamanje isikhathi esokuthi amaqiniso aphume ngikhumbula umgabe wathi mayikhuluma ngama crises lapha eSouth Africa bembuza wathi yena abantu bami ababuyi lapha eSouth Africa amandebele yibo ababuye lapha bezoyenza icrime eSouth Africa but if ungachecka today ukuthi mangaki amashona alapha eSouth Africa asevele sesedlula thina amandebele kodwa babesithi nyika ndeyethu bafunani emazweni ngindaba zamanga manje isikhathi sokuthi abantu bekwazi iqiniso sesifikile asimeni isibindi into yokuqala ikubambana sihloniphane siqhubeke ngokuthembeka ukuze sihambe ezinyathelweni zabokhokho bethu omzilikazi nabo Lobhengula ukubusa ilizwe akudingi imfundo kodwa kudinga iqiniso nokuthembeka nokuzehlisa ebantwini hayi lokhu bona abakukhulumayo kwemfundo ngoba imfundo siyayibona ukuthi iyathengwa nangu uGrace Mgabe manje ubhizi phansi phezulu akasakwazi nokuthi lesi sicoco ayisitholile wayisithole njani ngoba vele asimfanelanga siso sakhe kodwa bamnikeza ngoba engomunye wabo esishoneni khona ngale kuyasibonisa thina ukuthi ubuqhawe bonke busesizweni sikaMthwakazi isikhathi manje sokuthi abantu bonke sihlanganene sibe yimbumba siloleni ilizwe lethu siloleni amalungelo wethu ngiyabonga kakhulu kubo bonke abantu la ku MBCA njengenhlokomo yesizwe sikaMthwakazi silenhlelo esinazo ezizazinikeza futhi abantu ukuthi siqhubekeni phambili njenge pressure group ukuthi sidibane nabo ngqo laba abantu abakhuluma amanga ukuze sibabonise ukuthi ilizwe alibuswa ngamanga ngiyabonga
hayi siyabonga kakhulu Vodlozi siyabonga kakhulu baba Maplanka ukugqiba amagama baba
ya into ekhona lapha ukuthi i-message ngizathumela ama-message amabili eyokuqala ngizayithumezela abantu bakithi ngibatshela ukuthi abantu bakithi ngiyalithanda kakhulu lingabantu abazothileyo lingabantu abahloniphayo lingabantu abalobuntu abanenhliziyo ezinhle abahlakaniphileyo abazigqajayo lihlale vele linjalo lingatshintshi ngalokho sengikhuluma le message yalaba abantu ohopweli labo mfana lo kuthiwa ngokuba lokulizanga lo umfana lo ngithi kuwe mina mfana lo babili nxa lidinga ama-examples obuyeleli lingawakhangeli kithi asiziyelele zakini thina iziyelele zakini ezahamba ziyaqoqota idwala lesiprofetizi iziyelele ngezakini ezithi khona nxa zilokhuza umuntu lama-degrees ayi-7 kodwa umuntu wakhona adirane ilizwe lize liphele du isibuyelele lo iziyelele zakini angeke liziqede ezithatha ilizwe lonke zidle zizehle kuthiyela labazukulu babo selufu bona babo iziyelele zakini angeke liziqede so lingaqali kube libheka kithi ngapha bhekane zakini iziyelele
hayi sibongile kakhulu bantu bakithi sizwile-ke inkulumo enhle kakhulu siyazi ukuthi lingabantu abazigqajayo ngabantu abanenhlonipho ngabantu abanembeko njengoba ubaba uMaplanka esho uthi qhubekani ninjalo nobaba uVodloza ngale hayi ubekile kakhulu ukuthi hayi sesifikile isikhathi sokuthi kuphakanywe abantu bakoMthwakazi bazimele bekwazi ukumelana namanga lawa esiwanikezwayo manje sesinawo amathuba ukuthi simelane nawo amanga sibatshela ukuthi bakhuluma amanga njengoba namhlanje lezi insizwe benginazo lana zikhulumile zakhuluma amaqinisa abantu abawaziyo njalo okuzomela ahlale khulunywa singavumeli abantu besithuka bethuka inkosi zethu bethuka isiko lethu siyabonga kakhulu sibongile bafowethu
siyabonga.